Lord. Welcome to DYD. I'm Lady Pamela Price. I'm always excited when you tune in. I'm hoping you're having a blessed day, for I am. Listen, we're on part 2 of the quiz. We're talking about Isaac and Jacob, and we have been talking about Isaac agreement, and last time we talked about the children of Jacob and Jacob agreement with Laban, and Jacob flees from Laban, and we're going to continue. We're in part 2. How did you do last time? Now, this is what I want you to do when you want to answer a question, because Lady Price got to keep it moving. I want you to put it on pause and answer it, and then we pick back up. I left off last time talking about Jacob packed up everything. Did he tell Laban? And you answered and said, no, he didn't tell Laban, because we know he didn't, right? Let's go in. But before they left, what did Rachel steal? Now, before they left, what did Rachel steal? Come on, somebody. She stole her dad's household items. Yes, she stole her dad's household items. When did Laban learn Jacob had left? When did Laban learn that Jacob had left and packed up everything and left? 3 days later. Yes, yes, yes. How many days did Laban pursue him? How many days did Laban chase after him, try to find him? How many days later? 7 days later. What did God come to Laban in a dream and say? What did God come to Laban in a dream and say? Let's go to the 24th verse. Let me just say it. I'm at the 31st or 24th verse, it says. All right, let's see what God came to him to say. 24th. But the God had come to Laban, the Syrian, in a dream by night and said to him, be careful that you speak to Jacob neither good nor bad. Watch this. Don't you lay your hands on him. Don't you bother him. Let's go on. Jacob, when Laban found Jacob, Laban asked Jacob, why did he leave without saying anything? Jacob tells him he was what? Jacob tells him he was afraid. Now let's read that. Then Jacob answered and said to Laban, because I was afraid, for I said, perhaps you would take your daughters from me by force. He didn't want no trouble. He didn't want any problems, so he just like, let me leave. What does Laban, Laban says to him what? What did Laban respond and say? Now you have surely gone because you greatly long for your father's house. But why did you steal my gods? So this is what Laban says to Jacob. He said, listen, I know you're trying to get back home. I know you want to get back to your father's house, but why did you steal my gods? Watch this. What does Laban do? What does Laban do? He searches everyone's belonging. Remember, he started going into the tents. He started searching into everybody's goods and stuff. And did he find anything? That's the question. No, he did not. Did Jacob know Rachel had it? Did Jacob know anything about this? No. No, he didn't. No. Watch this. Where did Rachel hide the idols? Where did she hide them? All right, I'm going to let you answer. Let's go to the 34th verse and the 35th verse. It says, now Rachel had taken the household idols, put them in the camel's saddle, and sat on them. And Laban searched all about the tents, but did not find them, because he didn't find them in the tents. She's sitting on them. And she said to her father, let it not displease my lord that I cannot rise before you, for the manner of women is with me. And he searched but did not find the household idols, because she claimed that she was on her lady's monthly period, and so he did not bother her And that's how she got away with that. Watch this. Jacob, after he sees that Laban didn't find anything, he says, Jacob was what? What was he? He was angry. Yes. When Laban found nothing, Jacob was angry. How many years did Jacob work for Laban? How many years did he spend at Laban's house working for him? Did you shout out 20? You got it right. How many for the daughters? Let's break it down. How many years did he work for the daughters? 14 years. Yes. Remember, they tricked him up there at the top. He worked 7 years for Leah, and then he turned around and worked 7 years for Rachel. Watch this. And blank years for the flocks. How many years for the flock? 6 years. He worked 6 years for the other. Remember, he gained his prosperity through that? Yes, through those 6 years, throughout that time. Watch this. Jacob said, if it had not been for God, Laban would have sent him away what? What did Jacob say to him? He said, you would have sent me away empty-handed. What does that mean? You would have sent me home without anything had it not been for God on my side. They made a covenant saying what? They sat down there that day and they made a covenant. They made agreement with each other. What was the agreement? What was the agreement? He says here, because he said, may the Lord watch between you and me when we are absent one from another. He's saying, listen, the agreement is that God is going to watch over you and God is going to watch over me. And guess what? They're not going to touch each other. We're not going to come after each other to do each other harm. This is the agreement. This is the covenant that we're going to make. And watch it. They built a heap of stone as a witness, saying what? Let's go to the 52nd verse. Here it says, this heap is a witness, and this pillar is a witness, that I will not pass beyond this heap to you, and you will not pass beyond this heap and this pillar to me for harm. They agreed. We're going to be all right. We're going to agree to not hurt each other, to not attack each other. And this is what that pillar of a heap of stone was, the witness to that agreement. Let's move on. It goes on to say, what did I leave off at? All right, here we go. Now moving to the 32nd chapter, it says, Jacob sent blank before him to who? Jacob sent messengers before him to who? To Esau. Okay, let's go. Why? Because he was afraid. So what did the messengers say Esau said? When they came back and returned to Jacob, what message did Esau send with the messengers? What did he send? He said, let's go to verse 6 here. Then the messengers returned to Jacob saying, we came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you. That he was coming and bringing what? How many men is he coming with him? Is coming with him? He's bringing 400 men. Oh, he's going to be tight. It's going to be strong, right? He's bringing 400 men with him. So Jacob was what? Afraid. Can you imagine? He's afraid. What plan did he think to do? Now, watch this. Let me stop for a minute. Here is Jacob. He's scared. Esau has told his messengers, he said, listen, tell my brother Jacob I'm coming, and I'm going to bring 400 men with me, and he's afraid. So what plan did Jacob come up with to kind of solve the problem here? What plan did he think to do? What did he think to do? He thought to divide everything into how many companies? 2 companies. So meaning that he's going to put a company, a group of livestock here and his men right here. Then watch this. If Esau is going to attack, they're going to be able to see him attack them. And there's another group over here. Let's go on. Being that Jacob was afraid, what did he also do? He prayed. Let's look at that. 32nd and 11. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and attack me and the mother with the children. So what plan did he come up with to appease Esau? So what plan did he come up with to appease Esau? What plan did he come up with? Watch this. He got to do something to calm his brother's anger down. He's thinking his brother is angry, but it's been 20 years. Let's see. Let's go to 13th verse. So he lounged there that same night and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau, his brother. Let's skip to the 16th verse. Then he delivered them to the hands of his servants. Every drove by itself, and said to his servant, pass over before me and put some distance between successive droves. Now let's jump to the 20th verse. And also said, behold, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the presence that goes before me, and afterwards I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me. What is he saying here? He said, listen, I'm going to have some presents for Esau. Hopefully by the time he get to me, he don't want to take my life. After he see all these animals here, he's not going to want to take my life. Hopefully this will be the case. Let's go in. So Esau took his family and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. When he was alone, what happened? Here's Jacob. He's scared and he's in a dilemma. He said, I'm trying to get home. What happened when Jacob goes by himself? Come on, this is a good one right here. Then Jacob was left alone, and the man wrestled with him until the break of day, the 24th verse. Yes, the Lord comes to him, and he's wrestling with God, with the Lord. Now, when the man saw that the Lord did not prevail against him, what did he do? Here they wrestling. What did the Lord do to Jacob? Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint as he wrestled with him. So the Lord touched his hip. Watch this. Why would he not let the Lord go? Why would Jacob not let the Lord go? He was wrestling with the Lord. He was holding on to him. Why would he not let the Lord go? 26th verse. And he said, let me go. Here's the Lord saying, let me go, for the day breaks. But he said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. Bless me, Lord. Bless me. Because I'm scared. I'm afraid of what my brother's going to do to me. The Lord asked him his name. What did the Lord change his name to? Here the Lord asked Jacob, what's your name? And Jacob said, Jacob. The Lord already know what his name is. But here the Lord changes his name. What did he change his name to? Israel. Yes. 28th. And he said, your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with man and have prevailed. God changes Jacob's name to what? Israel. Watch this. From that point on, Jacob did what? From that point on, Jacob did what? In his body, he did what? He limped on his hip. He walked with a limp now. Yes, because the Lord touched his socket, the hip socket, and he limped. Watch this. So when you hear the children of Israel, what does that mean? When you may hear your pastor preaching or someone, your Sunday school teacher teaching, they say the children of Israel, you know what that means. Watch this. What does that mean? That means the children of Jacob. Remember, because Jacob's name is now changed to Israel. The Lord changed his name. So that's what that means. The children of, watch this, we know the children of, we got Joseph, we got Dan, and each one of Leah and them had children. These are his children, the children of Israel. Watch this. The children of Jacob, who is Israel? I'm giving you the answer there. All right, let's move on. Jacob sees Esau and his 400 men coming. What does he do? He put the maid servants first. He put Leah next, and then he put Rachel and her children. He put them over there, put them up. Watch this. What did Esau do when he saw Jacob? What did he do? Because he hugged his neck. So 33rd, 4th. But Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. This is what Esau did. He thought Esau was going to be holding in hatred for 20 years, but he didn't. He hugged him. Watch this. Let me go in. Esau asked him about the company of flocks he was giving him. Did Esau want to take them? No. But he ended up doing what? He ended up taking them because Jacob was like, this is what I got for you. I was scared for my life. Please take them. Watch this. Being that Jacob had little ones and flocks, he wanted to take his time traveling. Jacob journeyed to where? Where did now, after him and Esau has met, and he found out that everything is all right, that the Lord is with him, and that his whole family is not going to die, and he's at peace. I'm sure he felt real good now that Esau just hugged him and kissed him and wept on that. Brother, I'm so happy that you're home. Felt relieved. He tells his brother Esau, he said, listen, let me take my time, and because I got little ones with me, and I got the flock here, and I don't want anyone to die along the way trying to work them and bring them fast. So basically, Jacob goes and settles at where? Where? Do you remember? Okay. Therefore, the name of the place is called Sychar. He came back to where? He ends up coming back to Canaan land. In Shechem, that's the city where he stayed. And there it talks about he purchased land from the people there in that land. Let me read it, the 19th verse. And he bought the parcel of the land where he had pitched his tent from the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. I wish I could buy some property for 100. That would be wonderful. So he purchased some land for just 100 pieces of money. Look at God. We have gotten through the quiz of Isaac and Jacob. Now watch this. The story is not over. I'm just breaking things down into 4 or 5 parts so we won't get so far behind. I need to come in and give you a quiz on this thing. Watch this. If you didn't do well, you need to go back and listen. There's nothing wrong with it. You watch different shows over and over and over, right? Let's go back and watch it so you can answer the questions correctly and you can get them in your heart. That's my whole purpose of doing a quiz, coming back and recapping what we learned so we can get this thing in our heart, and we know this forever. We know the story of Isaac and Jacob. Now we're going to pick back up. We still talk about Isaac and Jacob, and we're breaking it down into different stories. And so we're going to go in again. I hope you did well. How'd you do? How'd you do? I hope you did wonderful. Listen, hoping you have a wonderful day and that you enjoyed this. Listen, to God be the glory. May Christ love you. I'll see you next time. God bless you. Parents, thank you so much for allowing your child to watch DYD. It is my heart's desire that every child be ministered to. Parents, I'm going to need your monthly financial support in order for this ministry to continue daily. I just believe by faith that God will lay on your heart an amount that you can consistently give into this ministry. Trust me when I say that the daily investment of the Word of God into your child's life is priceless. I've done this for 21 years and I've seen the results. Will you partner with me? Go to the donation page, and from there, you will be a blessing to this ministry. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.